New York City, a place that sits inside the United States and yet has a state all its own. A hodgepodge of countless cultures from every corner of the planet, New York could easily be called the original city of the world. I moved to the city in 2004 and spent 9 years bouncing around the boroughs and digging into the high-octane existence that is life here. My current home, if you can call it one, is what you see here, a storage facility in Queens. In reality, the road is my home now, but I became a man in New York City. It's an inescapable part of me that I try to get rid of from time to time, but I can't. I am a New Yorker. And my story is one of an American dreamer filled with ambition, and there's perhaps no greater magnet for folks like me than the mother of all urban jungles, New York City. And that dream, it came to fruition with something called Push Method. Just waiting on Dan and Tavis before rehearsal. You can see inside. See my gear sitting over there? That's my life in New York, carrying around 50 pounds of gear all over the place. In my brain, but he's here in Battery Park City. Building's behind me, which is right by the new World Trade Center. Now you can go to the observation deck up top of the World Trade Center. Anyway, leaving Tavis's place, heading to a place in Williamsburg where I'm going to meet up with Acuff, a game of bouncing around. Usually I have 2 cases of Push Method gear with me all the time. Always on the road, always on transit, even in my old home of New York City.
North Brooklyn Farms.
What is it?
North Brooklyn Farms.
North Brooklyn Farms, with like an original member of North Brooklyn Farms, or creator.
Yeah. Well,
This is Andrew. He's my Airbnb host, and like we just met today, but yeah, now we're friends, and I'm hanging out at this garden.
welcome to the farm.
And there's Aka. I love this about Airbnb and about traveling in general, that I had no idea that we were going to be here tonight. 3 hours ago, I had no idea that we would end up here. And here we are at this amazing garden in the middle of New York City, Williamsburg, across the Williamsburg Bridge. I've been all over the city and had a lifetime's worth of experiences here. Still, it continues to surprise and amaze me. Brooklyn Farms is a gem of the urban farming movement that is bustling in New York City. You can hate on the hipsterness of Williamsburg all you want, but this spot is likely to be one of the best outdoor parties in the city, complete with a smoker, a grill, a dining area, grassy knolls, a bike park, and of course, a thriving flower and vegetable garden. It was one of those New York discoveries that are bound to happen when you open yourself to the magic of the city, the people here, and the things that they get into. What you see here is Washington Square Park, located in the heart of the village. On this random weekday evening, there was so much cool activity happening that you could stay there all night. Just behind me in this grand piano scene was a living exhibit called The Strangers Project, and a few days later, I hung out with its creator. Hey everybody, this is Brandon. I met him here at Washington Square Park, like 3 days ago?
Yeah.
He had this exhibit up.
So one day I just set up a sign. It just invited people to stop and share stories. I had no idea if anyone was going to do it, but almost immediately 2 women stopped by and said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I don't know yet, but would you mind writing something about your life in my notebook?" So I get these from all ages, all walks of life, and it's thousands of people standing side by side, choosing to read these stories and to share things about their life. Some of them are deeply emotional. People explore things that they might not have shared anywhere else in life.
Right on. Well, this is Brandon. Coney Island. Haven't been here in, gosh, like 6-7 years. Came here for the first time. And since then, Hurricane Sandy came along and wiped out this area, Coney Island, which is like old school, super Americana. Old school Coney Island. Look at these bathing suits. Love it. This is insane, is what this is. Being a giant metropolis, it's easy to lose sight of the fact that New York City, with the exception of the Bronx, exists on a series of islands. Manhattan Island, Staten Island, and Long Island, which contains Queens and Brooklyn. Coney Island is special for the reasons you're seeing now. It's an old-school amusement park with a strong Americana connection. The beach scene here is definitely not mine, but there is a ton of coastline in NYC offering a variety of beach experiences.
Beach for me. Wow, straight shot. Come on.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, I know.
Got an audience. Like
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he is still.
Yes. Winner, winner. I think the first hot dog ever known to man in the history of all life in the universe was right here. On Coney Island, hot dogs were invented. Not really, I don't think that's true at all. And I think we just stole it from the Germans, but we made them hot dogs. America. One thing I can definitely say about Coney Island is that if you want to get a taste of the cultural diversity that is New York, just stand right here on this boardwalk, observe and participate. Battery Park City. I used to work down here, found my way to Battery Park City, and discovered this, which is one of my favorite sculpture parks in the world. Little tiny sculpture park though, all time modernist. Question is, what story does all this tell?
Cool. I love this one.
Yeah, the
I
phone?
love this photo. Look at this.
Right on the High Line is New York's newest museum. Okay, well, the Whitney Museum of American Art is not new at all. In fact, it's over 80 years old. But it's the new state-of-the-art facility in the uber trendy meatpacking district that's new. And it's a beautiful facility too. The museum itself was started by millionaire Gertrude Vanderbilt, a truly amazing New Yorker, feminist, humanitarian, and artist. Through the museum, she wanted to provide a venue for America's modern artists, and the Whitney, it's a testament to her vision and legacy. I have an idea. So I want to create another game in Central Park, a place that I love, a place that I've been hundreds of times, my favorite place in New York City. I used to do tours here, played shows here, did For Love of Linen here. So I've been here a lot, but this is her first time in Central Park. So I get to live it all over again. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create this little game right now.
Okay.
Okay?
Let's go.
Let's go. If you want to see my take on Central Park, you'll have to click the link. But for now, I'm moving on to music and the reason I returned to New York. In 2015, Push Method kicked off a new socio-musical campaign called Hoodies for the Homeless, an idea conceived by my Push Method co-founder, Tavis, the guy in the backwards hat. In short, it's a clothing drive powered by live musical events. We like to call it doing your part while you party. I was loved when I was a boy. Yeah, this is the green room, chilling out here. Brooklyn Bowl. Yeah, baby. Hoodies for the Homeless too. Getting ready for sound check. Danny, Sweaty, Dougie, and Dan. Push Method has always strived to make something that transcends just music. You hear me say it, you see me write it. What's your push method? Mine keeps me coming back to New York, believing that the dream will not die in spite of the setbacks and letdowns. No matter what, this night we empowered a movement to lift up those who have fallen down, if only just a little bit. Now that's a push method.